Yo, what's up? It's Blake and Phill from Kendall Tenor. We're going to be talking about some shit today.
Yes, we are. If we can survive this car that's driving directly to... Oh, never mind, it
I
stopped.
don't know what the hell they're doing. They're driving on the road, on the path.
Yeah. So, I don't know if you could hear any birds or if our mics are blocking all that out, but we are currently at beautiful Weddington Park. It is, what is it, Wednesday? Thursday?
Wednesday,
It's Wednesday morning.
March
And
26th,
yes, March
2025.
correct. Fresh off my birthday. So we're living it up. Hello. And yeah, we're just gonna be taking y'all through some fun little topics and kind of just exploring our day. What do we have that we're gonna be doing today, Blake? Quick little rundown for the people.
So we've been watching a lot of Gotham recently. So we've been really obsessed with the whole Batman universe as a whole, even leading us to watch the original or the Christopher Nolan Batman films. So we're going to talk a little bit about that. We got some apocalyptic talk. We're going to talk about what we would do in the apocalypse.
Yes.
And, generally run through the week. We got some things on the mind. That is a hawk.
Yes, we are in nature, so there may be interruptions, but we'll do the best we can as we go through. All right, so taking a look at kind of starting things out, I guess we'll get into Gotham. So Gotham, if you don't know, it's a TV show. I think it was on Fox originally, and then it was on it's on HBO now. The year of our Lord, 2025. But yeah, I'm going to ask you some things, Blake. So, which Gotham couple are we today?
Gotham couple.
Yeah. There's been a lot of them, I feel like, throughout the show.
Well, Jim's been with, like, everybody.
Jim has been with
ever.
everyone.
So, I don't know. I feel like we're in a mellow, like, maybe Barbara Tabitha vibe right now.
Okay.
Really chill, really relaxed day, hanging around the clubs.
That's
or in
fair.
our case, nature. Nature is our club right now.
I like that. Okay, I can see that. I was going to say, later, Gordon, Barbara, if, like, once she's a business mogul and things are good, if they were together.
Okay.
You know?
Oh, like when they're like thruple?
Yeah, when they have the kid.
The thruple with Lee?
Yeah. We just don't have our thruple.
Yeah. No thruple, but the vibe of how they treat each other.
Yeah, maybe all of you are the thruple today. Okay, so now, speaking of villains in Gotham, who do you say has the most top energy of the villains? Who's the top?
Most top energy?
Mm-hmm.
Bane.
See, I would disagree. I would say
he's like leather daddy.
Okay, maybe Bane, but he'd be like more.
He's like a dom daddy, especially in the later, or in the in season of Gotham. He literally is just like leather daddy with tubes in his mouth.
I could kind of see that, but I could also see him being like one of those powerful business people who like then like, you know what I mean?
I could see that.
But I think if Christopher Nolan, yes, I think that one gives that energy.
I don't know, out of all the villains that we've seen,
I feel like
the
Zsasz gives verse.
Victor, yeah, Zsasz could do whatever. He's the campiest character in that whole show.
Yeah, Victor Zsasz, the the shooter guy.
Him with his little bottom buddy, Headhunter, going to get ice cream after killing some people out in the yard.
Yeah. And if you hear that noise,
Lawnmower.
we're going right past the lawnmower. There are some lovely like baseball fields here that they're just kind of, manicuring, maintaining, that kind of stuff. Okay, so then who would be the toppiest, like the most top energy?
The toppiest
villain?
would be the Piggly Wiggly dude.
Wait, who?
The guy who like served people the meat pies or the pig. He's the toppiest then.
Wait, why? So this villain, for reference, this man would go around and he would kill cops who were like corrupt. And then he served human meat pies to like the elite of Gotham as like a statement or something.
Yeah, you'll have to forgive me. I forget the villain's actual name. I just remember he wore the pig mask.
Yeah, he wore a pig mask. So Blake calls him
people human meat pies. And then look, he held an entire group of Gotham's richest hostage in a room, forced them all to eat the thing that he wanted. He's the top of the top.
Okay, I guess if you're literally talking about like top food chain.
No, like dominating. He makes people do what he wants. He's gonna own the bedroom.
Fair enough. All right. So this brings us to our next question: is Bruce Wayne just a masked sugar daddy?
Just a masked sugar daddy. I mean, he didn't really put on a mask until the last episode.
Well, think about it though. Well, Bruce Wayne though, like overall.
Oh, okay.
Think about it. Like I feel like he kind of is, because even in his like fake persona as Bruce Wayne, billionaire playboy, he literally is a sugar daddy. He's like paying these women just to like give the appearance of being around him, but he's probably not actually like with.
Oh yeah, even in the Christopher Nolan ones, like he wasn't with any of those women, like the entire like Russian ballet or whatever, but like, or even just like the two girls that he takes into the place to they start swimming in like the little fountain,
the hotel.
Yeah.
So just by nature of it, I feel like that makes him a masked sugar daddy, like by definition.
I could see that. He kind of he always lets Selena kind of get away with everything.
Yeah. All right, and then last up here, our last kind of...
I guess Daddy has a favorite.
Daddy does have a favorite. Selena. Kyle. Yeah. Bruce Wayne is Daddy. Okay, so now we want to invent your own queer-coded Gotham villain. Who would they be? If you were to create a villain of Gotham, what would their name be? What would their whole thing be about? I feel like with Gotham, a big thing seems to be like random little antique shops. Whether it's like jewelry, knives, puppets. So I feel like something to do with like antiques.
Something to do with the collector?
No, not the collector.
No, I'm just saying that'd be his name. Be the collector. I don't think there is a Gotham villain named the Collector.
I'm thinking about the one guy who blew up. Remember he like built the bomb, the toy collector?
Oh, he's the I can't remember any of their names right now. That's like the toy man. Like he makes all the toys. The toy maker. He's the toy maker.
Okay, so the Collector would be this other one. And his maybe I don't know what his ability would be.
I think the tougher part is realizing that there's so many villains in the Gotham verse that it's so hard to come up with an original idea through them. Like
it is, because they've like touched on so many things already.
I think it would have to be like a really muscly swordsmith.
Ooh, yeah. Actually, no, that would make sense. That'd be
like almost like if you're like, I know this is Marvel, but if you were to take like Hawkeye's like keen sense of like speed and kind of like accuracy, blend it with like Black Widow's flexibility, and then give them like an absurd amount of strength like Bane, and then they just carry around a giant hulking sword. Not the Gotham Knight. I know he's or the Arkham Knight. I know he's.
And they need like the most like gay lines ever, like one-liners.
Oh, he barely speaks. If he does, it's like insanely campy.
Is it something you'd hear at the intro of like a drag show or something?
Like you better
I'm
work.
I'm here to slay. Yeah, you better work. Okay, well, I love that. Gotham's great. So that kind of leads us to our next topic, which is about the gay apocalypse. or just the apocalypse in general. But I don't know. Giving us our twist.
In this case, it's gay.
In this case, it's gay. We're gonna set the scene. So this is apocalypse, gay apocalypse day one. What are we doing? So here's the scene. The sky is shimmering. The internet's gone. The birds are still singing. What's in your survival kit? And do you already have it ahead of time, or do you
have to take
to take it or find it?
You know, I am sadly one of those people that would immediately take advantage of the looting possibilities.
I mean, I feel like you might have to, really.
I would just go into video game mode. Like, oh, it's time to open up all these chests. Time to pop these trunks on these cars and see what they got in them.
Damn. I mean, in the beginning, that might be like the best option, but then in like, I feel like within a week.
Well, in game, it's not going to be, because then everybody who did survive is going to have likely the same idea eventually. So you're going to start seeing dwindling resources in like the open. So you'd have to kind of go further out. Like, if you go like find the highway in Vegas or something, when all the cars are probably trying to scramble, it'll be a bunch of abandoned vehicles. You gotta hunt for it. But also, I do have like a small camping pack, like of survival gear that is like always ready to go. So I feel like I would have
that is true. You have like a sword.
Yeah, multiple swords. Little Bunsen burners, basically enough to like be able to cook like canned beans and stuff. So it'd be a terrible survival game at first, because you'd be eating absolutely terrible food, but you'd at least be alive.
All right, I can handle that. So, beyond the survival kit, who takes which role? So, cooking, protection, storytelling. I feel like,
well, protection, you have to just take shifts. It's like at night, you have to have somebody sleeping and then somebody awake, so that way you don't get your stuff taken.
That's true. I think it'd be your department, though. You would know like more about. I would be more the protection of like, oh, we need to hide and find the good hiding spots, good places to like hunker down while we're like making food or sleeping or whatever. And you'd be more like, we need to get that knife.
It also depends on the kind of apocalypse. If this is like some like I Am Legend type shit where you have a bunch of like zombie twinks running after you trying to eat you, I mean, that's a different story than just having to survive off of food in trunks and cars and stuff. You got to start getting smart and crafty on how to avoid. And
I don't know when you say zombie twinks, I just like was thinking of like WeHo after a certain hour. It's kind of what it becomes.
That's kind of like a 2 a.m.
like
in WeHo. 3 a.m. That's
like everyone's still trying to find their Uber or something.
Very I Am Legend looking.
Yeah. Maybe a few people
comes out, their
some
skin
people are throwing
burns.
up. There's like, or even like a warehouse party after the sun comes up. Everyone's like, ah. Okay. True. What about cooking and storytelling? Would we also split those, or do you think...
we have a bunch of books. Like, I feel like I would be like thriving off of like some of those like books that we haven't read in a while.
Books? Yeah.
Star Wars. I have some horror books as well, like that are like scary stories. It's like that would be the way to avoid some level of fear. Like we'd get it through catharsis and be like, oh, there's worse things in the universe than other people. Unless, like I said, it's the zombie twinks thing. Then there's not worse things, and then you got to really worry about it.
Okay. I feel like I would handle cooking because I would hopefully just have like a bunch of cookbooks. I could be like,
yes, I do the cooking. Yes, I do the cleaning.
But yeah, I would just like find like, all right, what could we cook with? What we could forage for, or what we could make. I don't know. Okay. So
you develop foraging skills, start finding mushrooms in the wild and identifying them. This one will kill us. This one will make me trip.
Okay, this next question is, what's your first move as new gay leaders of the park? I think it's assuming that we would take over a park.
So assuming we end up as some like Negan-esque leader and like Walking Dead, where you have like a community of people that you kind of get to guide.
Yeah.
First thing you do, develop some level of infrastructure off of people's like skill sets.
Okay, like, oh, you're good at building things. You're going to be the builder.
Yeah, people are building, they build.
Cooking, you're the cook. You're good at medicine. You're gonna go find medicine stuff and help people when they're sick.
I guess at one point you have to look at the idea of like repopulation to some degree.
Yeah, well,
but that's a later step. The first step, medical supplies. You gotta make sure you have the people who are medically trained to some degree, like nurses, doctors.
I guess that's the thing with any civilization society too. You have to figure out what's that balance, that magic number of like, all right, how many people can we sustain, and then how do we build our resources so that we can then sustain more people, and like, bring in outsiders, or like, do you only bring in outsiders if they have resources? You know, like
how much food to have compared to how many mouths to feed.
Yeah. Wow, what a trip. Okay. Well, last question on Gay Apocalypse, day 1.
Gay Apocalypse.
What celebrity survives and becomes the new Queen of Earth?
Ooh, that's a good one. Thor Bjornsson.
Thor Bjorn? Wait, who's that?
He's the guy who plays the Mountain in Game of Thrones. It would be him. He's got like the perfect level of sass. If you ever like watch his Instagrams,
Really?
He's pretty like campy about it. Even with his like wife, like he's really campy guy.
Okay.
If we're gonna go with like,
I feel like I need someone really
queen.
charismatic though, who like, I don't know. Like I feel like
it would just be Troye Sivan plated in gold on like a statue or some shit.
That'd be good.
Or Zendaya.
All the twink musicians. No, I feel like, what's her name? Okay. Well.
Oh gosh. I can only remember her White Lotus name, Tanya.
Okay, well, Tanya. I know who you're talking about.
Why can't I remember?
But I can see her totally being like, people just being like, oh my god, they're taking care of her, and she'd be like, okay, well that doesn't make sense. Why are we not doing this other thing? I don't know. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah,
Tanya.
I can see that. It's just her in character as Tanya.
As Tanya.
It's not even her.
Yeah.
Like...
Okay, I have kind of a game, I guess, for us to play. This is Tell Me Without Telling Me. So I'm going to give you a phrase, and then you're going to pretty much give me an example without saying that thing. So if that makes any sense at all. But
we'll see.
Yeah, play the game. So we're going to say something that implies a truth. The other guesses it. So I'm going to look at the first one, and then you're going to have to guess what it is. Okay? I don't know if this makes sense at all, but we'll just try it.
Yeah, this game concept seems pretty abstract, but we'll
say
give it a
something
shot.
that implies a truth. The other guesses it. So I'm going to say a phrase, and then you have to guess, like, yeah, I don't know if this makes any sense. All right, so, okay, I'm just gonna do it this way. All right, so, tell me you're the dramatic one without telling me you're the dramatic one. What's something that you would say?
For you or for me?
I guess for me.
Okay.
If you're going to tell me that I'm the dramatic one without telling me I'm the dramatic one, what's something that I do?
The dramatic one without telling you you're the dramatic one. Oh, that's a tough one. You're pretty dramatic.
Okay, so it should be easy.
No, there's just too many examples. Let me think. Back to our conversation. Daddy's favorite.
What, like starting the brand?
Yeah. More so in the way that you were working on it. It was like frantic. Like if you don't get this done, it's the end of the world.
Okay, that's true. I was kind of like, well, that's something
you're like manically working on it. Like, yeah, I gotta get this done. I gotta get this photo up. I gotta get this mug designed.
Well, you know, I don't know. I think so. For me, I think that came up because I wanted to make sure it was up on TikTok and it was all good. But for TikTok Shop, there's like steps we have to do and stuff like that. you know.
Oh yeah.
But I feel that. Okay, next one. Here, you read me the next one.
It's the next one. Tell me you grew up gay.
Without telling me you grew up gay.
Without telling me you grew up gay.
Okay. For me or for you?
Well, for me. We're reading it for each other.
So for you, I would say just the general. I mean, there's so many examples. I feel like the example that you were in Ohio and your dad was a baseball player and you hated baseball.
Absolutely no desire to play it at all.
Yeah, instead that you wanted to like play cards, like playing card games and like get like comic books.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's valid. One of my friend's biggest jokes to this day, or like biggest memories, I guess, is him and I used to play Little League baseball together, and he remembers like my dad screaming at me, and then he turned around and saw me in the outfield, and I was just like playing with like flowers and butterflies and stuff. Like I was not even like paying attention to the game.
Yeah.
I was just doing my own thing. They're like, all right, yeah, he doesn't want to be here.
Well, I do feel also like I think a lot of, especially as a kid, especially as being younger, I think a lot of people like movies and stories and comic books or like anything like that, TV shows. It's a good way for people who feel different, whether they're gay or queer or whatever the case may be, to like see themselves in other characters. You know, I think that's why a lot of like gay people and like gay kids in general also like relate and love a lot of these like female like.
I mean, even then, like Yugi, like from Yu-Gi-Oh, is effeminate as hell, and he, like the whole premise of that was like, oh, with your friends, you know, you can persevere. Like that's the entire like premise of Yu-Gi-Oh was just like through friendship you can achieve anything, and that was like the entire like plot of it through every episode, through every movie.
Yeah, and I think that's it. That's a good point too.
Absolutely.
Hello. Yeah, I think that's a good point because I think also people kind of have this weird assumption that like, speaking of that feminine thing about like why do you want to be feminine? It's not about being feminine. I think it's more about like being in tune with both your masculine and feminine energies, and it's like not being. I think so much of like a heteronormative culture is like push the one away or you can't be the other. Whereas the funny thing is like pre-World War, World War II, they were literally like, it was common for like men to like kiss each other and stuff. I was like,
I'm gonna take it even further. Our founding fathers wore makeup and wigs.
Yeah,
they
literally.
They were dragged out like crazy. They were like showing up to like their court orders and their meetings in full drag.
The Declaration of Independence.
Yeah, they signed the Declaration of Independence in full drag, and we're gonna pretend like that's not a masculine thing to do.
Fair enough.
There's a balance to both. You know, I think like, especially in drag, like that is like the perfect analogy for it. It's a good balance of
both.
There's just confidence in both. Like that's a special skill, and like I feel like especially in the Midwest, a lot of people lack that.
Well, I guess maybe you know more about that, but I feel like everywhere, you know, you get that kind of.
That's true. Yeah. I see it a little bit here too, but usually if I see it here, it's people who are transplants as well.
That's true. Yeah.
So it's like not really like a Californian thing. It's kind of just like people who aren't from California originally.
Yeah. All right. What do we have to wrap up?
Let's see. What's daddy? Okay, we can pick our daddy's favorite of the week.
Ooh. Wait, we do with the story?
Well, it's whether you're a Gotham baddie or a Lake Jelly.
Wait, the story on top, right?
Oh, the freaky newsflash?
Yeah.
Oh, my bad.
I'm like, wait, I'm pretty sure there's this one other thing. Okay, we're going to pull it up right now. We have a news story. We're going to give you like some...
The lake that turned into jelly.
Apparently, yeah. I don't know too much. Okay. So,
Well, like petroleum jelly?
I don't know. Let's see. This is all I know about this
You
thing.
getting
Okay,
lubed up in the lake?
a lake in East. This is a freaky news flash. Okay, a lake in Eastern Europe turned into gelatin overnight. Locals say it shimmered and breathed. People claim to have seen ghost fish swimming under the surface. One man fell in and said he saw visions of his childhood. He crawled out crying. Scientists are baffled. The government blocked drones from flying over it. Locals now call it memory mirror. Oh. I actually don't even know if this is true or
It
not.
sounds disturbing.
I don't even know what the hell is happening here.
Is this a made-up
the
story?
lake story true? All right, we're asking the internet. Hold on.
This sounds...
I mean, not that the internet's going to be truthful to us, but...
sounds creepishly made up.
Oh my god. Okay, so... ChatGPT helped us with a lot of these topics. And so I just asked if it's true, and it says... The Gelatin Lake story I gave you, that was a fully fictional, fabulously freaky tale crafted just for your podcast. Just total story fantasy designed to feel just real enough to make you go, wait, did that actually happen? But if you're interested, I can absolutely dig up a real bizarre nature phenomenon. Yeah, let's do that.
Well, all right. So, I mean, I guess we have some questions for the story then. Would you swim in it?
Ooh. I mean, okay. I don't know, because, like, would you... Maybe. Like, I might want to know about my memories if it brings you back to them. There's some good ones, but there's also some bad ones.
What memory do you think it would show you?
That's hard. I mean...
Like, what do you think would be the first thing that... Like, because he said he saw memories of his childhood.
Well, I mean...
Like, what do you think would be, like, the childhood memory that you would flash back to?
I would love if it would bring me to a memory of me being at the beach as a kid. Like, flying a kite in the sun. My mom's making, like, sandwiches or hot dogs or something. That'd be pretty cool. But I'd be afraid that it'd bring me to, like, I don't know, fear of, like, oh, I have to go on and perform this song that I did at a school musical or something, and I don't know any of the words to it because I'm an adult now.
I have a feeling it would take me... Like, if I had a good memory it would take me back to, it'd be, like, learning about playing, like, trading card games for the first time with my cousin Brandon.
That'd be cool.
And, like, the first time you see those, like, holographic cards and, like, the feel of them, and it's just, like, the smell of them, like, it's a
Oh, the smell.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just, like, it takes you back. But I the other fear I think I would have of it showing the memory of, like, every, like, Bible school I had to go to back then.
Yeah. Okay. What else we got?
That is it.
That's it? Okay.
Yeah, so...
Beautiful. Well, we're just about a half hour in here. We're about 28 minutes.
Beautiful.
So to wrap things up, what do we have to wrap up with?
You know, whether you're a Gotham baddie or a Lake Jelly prophet, we love you.
Wait, I thought you had a question.
No. It says we pick our daddy's favorite of the week.
Oh, okay. Yeah. What does that mean?
I don't know. Maybe for the gear, because we have daddy's favorite merchandise.
Oh, yes. Okay. So if you didn't know, I mean, we're Kendall Tenor for this episode hosting this, but we'll have different guests, different people on who are hosting these podcasts.
Well, we're still Kendall Tenor. We made a clothing line called Daddy's Favorite. That's the one I was saying that Phill was manically working on earlier.
Yeah, so there'll be more to come on that, but we'll loop you in with the founders in a couple episodes. Who knows? Myself is one of them, and then there's also Tara and Lena. So they're great. You're gonna love them. But for Daddy's Favorite, what's your favorite product of Daddy's Favorite right now? I think mine for sure is the Daddy tee. So it's this T-shirt that we made that it just has Daddy on one side and on the back. It basically is something about like need guidance, call Daddy, and then it has a real phone number that you can call. And there's like this, you just gotta call it. You gotta call the number, hear the message. It's gonna empower you, but check it out.
Incredibly inspiring.
Yeah, we'll have a link somewhere and wherever this is posted to the site. You can check out all Daddy's Favorite stuff. How about you, Blake? What's your favorite?
The supplement, but that's just because I'm currently going through some vitamin deficiencies, and anytime I can promote people getting on top of their health, I will definitely do so. Make sure you get your vitamins, get that supplement, especially after a good workout.
Here, I'll show you what it is. So it's called Daddy's Recovery. I'm on the site right now. Yeah, Daddy's recovery, hydration for the after party. So here's like the description here.
All right, so he's making me read the description for some reason. You all can go to the website and actually look at this. You had a night. Maybe it was iconic. Maybe it was a little too iconic. Either way, your body deserves a recharge. Enter Daddy's recovery. Daddy's recovery, your secret weapon against next day's regrets. Packed with essential electrolytes, this vegan-friendly formula helps replenish what the party took away. Just mix it in with your water before bed or first thing in the morning and get back to being effortlessly hot, hydrated, and ready for whatever's next. No more sluggish mornings, no more ghosting brunch plans, just pure, refreshing revival because Daddy takes care of you. Man, it's got like it's got B12, magnesium, sodium, potassium, some juice powder, vitamin C, coconut water powder, and some beetroot juice powder. It's got all the stuff that you could have to actually replenish your body of the things that are missing from it after either a long night or a good workout. Highly recommend.
Yes, okay. Well, thank you all so much for being here. This has been our, I guess, kind of first episode of this. We'll figure out naming and all that in the futures, but we're Kendall Tenor. This is the Daddy's Favorite Podcast.
I'm Blake.
I'm Phill.
And,
we haven't figured out
an outro, so, just try to be Daddy's favorite.
Yes. All right, bye.